Good morning, everyone. Weather Authority Alert Day continues this morning, and it will span into tomorrow morning as well as we are tracking our next big-time winter front. But ahead of the front are cloud cover and colder temperatures. So we're dealing with some wind chill out there this morning yet again, but nowhere near what we saw yesterday. We're no longer seeing those negative values move into parts of the region. In fact, we're just dealing with some single digits. So still very, very cold across our more northern counties and parts of the New River Valley, Roanoke Valley, and Hill City this morning. Just anywhere from 4 to about 10 degrees scattered about parts of the region. South side sitting between about 15 and 20 for your current wind chill. If you're heading out the door this morning, still a little bit of ice and snow on the ground. Some of that has refrozen, so black ice is still a concern for some of us out there. But partly cloudy skies have taken over. Will eventually turn mostly cloudy later on throughout the morning as, again, this front starts to approach. Here's a look at it on radar. We've got the center of low pressure right around here on the Arkansas, Louisiana sort of border at this time. But you notice lots of winter weather warnings highlighted in pink, winter weather advisories highlighted here in purple surrounding those areas. Lots of blue, lots of green, lots of pink on radar. The pink is the sleet and the freezing rain. The blue is the snow. The green is the rain, and the yellow are heavier pockets of rain to the south. So the overall setup remains the same for the day. That area of low pressure continues to deepen and pick up a lot of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, also continuing to funnel in some cold air from way up north. So cold air supply and moisture are not going to be an issue at this time around. The entire atmospheric column will likely be saturated as this thing builds from west to east over the course of the day, eventually impacting us and the majority of the state by the middle to late portions of this afternoon, continuing into the overnight. Now, we are going to be dealing with mostly snow this time around, but you see a little bit of pink building in from Raleigh and Winston-Salem up towards the north, right around south side, say just south of the 460 corridor. We could see a little bit of a wintry mix, primarily from Patrick County all the way to Halifax County throughout the day. Severe weather chances, again, tracking mostly snow, a little bit of wind integrated in some of these squalls that build through, a little bit of ice, a little bit of sleet. But again, that's maybe 5 to 10% of the event that we'll be seeing. Futurecast snow. Here's a look at our Barron 3K model. This is our in-house model, 3-kilometer resolution. It's just a higher resolution. It's shorter term, which means better model data, better model guidance. However, I do think this model overdoes it as we have a look at the overall snowfall totals until about noon tomorrow. It's indicating that we see anywhere from about 2 to 6.5 inches widespread. I don't think we see that much, unfortunately. Here's the American model, the GFS, indicating the start time or the onset of the snow building in right around the 3 p.m. hour as we see a light dusting starting to unfold at this time. As we continue into the overnight, say we get to about 1 a.m., we're seeing maybe 2 to 3 inches, 4 inches locally in some spots. I think this is more of a reflection of what we see. And then we go over to the North American mesoscale model. This is another short term high resolution model giving us the best data that it can offer. I do think this maybe underdoes the event just a little bit. We see about 2 a.m., 1 to 3 inches of snowfall. Notice parts of the south side continuing to see anywhere from 3 to 5 inches of snow. Again, I think the overall consensus when we blend some of these models together is that we see anywhere from 1 to 4 inches widespread across southwest and central Virginia, with some spots seeing 3 to 5 inches. I think the areas that see the most amount of snow are right along Martinsville into maybe parts of Appomattox County, and from Bluefield all the way down into maybe Independence. So those are the spots where I think we see the most amount of snow, just based on structure of the land and geography and the path this front is going to take. As for your 7-day forecast, 32 today, 34 tomorrow, then we get back into the 40s by Monday.